I want you to think about someone you look up to. Maybe your mom. She's always there for you. She can answer your questions or at least just listen. But what about when she has questions, especially about God? Wouldn't you want her to have someone to talk to? That's what happened with Aisha, a 56-year-old woman in Southeast Asia. We can't show you her real photo, but maybe she looks something like this. She lives in a village that most of us can hardly imagine, let alone travel to very easily. A lush, tropical paradise full of beauty and culture, but also a place known for a mixture of Islam and black magic. I'm talking mosque on one side of the street, witch doctor on the other. It can be a pretty dark place. Don't worry though. Might be hard to believe, but even people in small villages like this have access to the internet these days. And sometimes this is the only way to find information about God in communities where there isn't a church and there are very few Christians. A couple of years ago, Aisha had already heard of Jesus, but she was wondering if he could really cleanse people of their sin. She saw a Pioneers Media outreach ad and responded, asking us her question. So we invited her to study the Bible to find out. But she fell off the map for a little while. 6 months later, she reached out again and asked us what the difference between the Old and the New Testament was. This time, she also trusted us enough to ask for prayer. Finally, 6 months after that, she contacted us again. She was the most open she'd been with us and said, "I'm really trying hard to understand both the Bible and the Quran. I try to follow all the religious laws of Islam, but I also want to understand the Bible since it is God's word too." Whoa, what an opportunity. And even though it took a year and a half, these are the moments we're hoping for. And real quick, this is why Pioneers Media Outreach is so cool. We actually have relationships with people on the ground in Southeast Asia, all over the world really, and can connect them with seekers like Aisha after we've talked online. Even though meeting in person could be dangerous in the place she lives, she said, "With all my heart, I would love that." So the next month, we connected her with one of the few local Christians, and Aisha came to believe in Jesus that day. She was even baptized the next month. Sometimes these stories get lost inside of big stats and big numbers. But remember, there is a person on the other end of those numbers, a person just like your mother or Aisha or this woman or this guy. Pioneers Media Outreach is always expanding, and during the last year, one team in Southeast Asia engaged nearly 10 million people, with over 700 people being moved to download and read the Bible, and about 275 people made a decision to follow Jesus. And we are in contact with thousands more. Who knows what God will do in their hearts over the next year? So if you want to help more people like Aisha hear the good news right from where you are, visit us at pioneers.org/PM outreach.